there is a selfish part of volunteering and really trying to really grow.
Volunteering makes me happy.
Hi, so I'm Kat. I'm part of a volunteer organization in which we fight for the rights of women and children. I completely agree that it makes me happy because it does give me a chance to be part of something bigger than myself. And seeing that every day in the world there are struggles, not only within my community, but in the whole world, different communities, different countries, and even in our small area here in the Philippines, there's a lot of space for us to help.
So, hi, I'm Jikes. Basically, I'm part of this volunteer organization. So, in this volunteer organization, we have partner communities wherein we really look into what these people need, and we work to provide them with the necessities. At the same time, we have focus on education. So, at the height of the pandemic, when there were still online classes, or the focus was still on online classes, we provided them, the students, with education kits and tablets as well. I totally agree that volunteering makes me happy because, like, I feel like I'm fulfilling a certain purpose here in the world. Acknowledging that there are a lot of struggles, there's a lot of oppression existing, not only here in the Philippines but around the world. I believe that for us individuals as citizens, as global citizens, it is one of our purposes talaga to do something to help alleviate or eradicate the struggles that are existing in our world right now. So it makes me happy because I just believe that it's fulfilling a certain purpose that we have here today.
Volunteering is important.
So volunteering is important because there are gaps and inequalities in society that cannot be solved by just money, or cannot be solved by material things. But in the name of service, it counters the selfishness in this world. So that's why volunteering is important for me.
So I believe that volunteering is important because as citizens, we also have our role. I believe that each and every one of us, we have a certain type of privilege, whether it be in talent, skills, or money. And it's good that we have this privilege, but we have to acknowledge, recognize these privileges that we have, and also use it in a way that can provide, that can help in alleviating the struggles that are existing in our world. So I believe that volunteering is important for each and every one of us because what we have can be used for the betterment of other communities, of society, or in the world in general.
I volunteer because it makes me look good.
Yeah, hi. My name is G. I am part of an organization that focuses on youth leadership development. So we really try to build the skills, the competencies, capabilities of the youth to really make that impact both like big and small in themselves, their families, communities, and country. Goodness doesn't come from wanting to look good, the goodness of the world. Goodness comes from me wanting to try to do good for other people. And I think having that sense of purpose of doing volunteering, I think that's totally wrong and should not be like what drives a person to want to try to make an impact on people. I have to disagree on that.
Hi, I'm Kobe. I'm part of an initiative started by students along Taft Avenue focused on food insecurity. I mean, although the motive that you have when you volunteer is very important, I'd say that from personal experience and from a lot of people I know, we join volunteer groups. They do have certain benefits such as CVs. A lot of people from the initiative I joined, they get a lot more opportunities from connections they form and from being associated with particular projects. I don't think that's necessarily bad though, because I think ultimately if your true objective is to help, there's nothing wrong with wanting more resources, more ability to do the kind of work that you want to do later on in life. So I'd say there is probably that selfish aspect when you volunteer, but I don't think it's like the main reason why most people join, though.
Yeah, I totally agree with Kobe. The thing is, it's really like one of those benefits that comes with volunteerism. When I look at it, it's like hitting two birds with one stone. Yeah, I still acknowledge the fact that my purpose is here. My purpose here is to serve, to help out in the community. But it's just eventually one of the benefits as well is that it helps us in our CV. Volunteerism, yes, I volunteer because I see that I'm able to pursue my advocacies. It's still there, it's still embedded within me. But at the same time, I also see it as an avenue for me to grow as an individual, to grow as a person, and at the same time, improve in certain ways. So yeah, as I've mentioned earlier, it's like hitting two birds with one stone. While I am able to serve, to fulfill my purpose of serving the communities, in some way, it makes me look good in improving my CVs and also make me perform better as well in the communities. Yeah.
Volunteering is for me, not for my chosen beneficiary and or advocacy.
Going into volunteering, our main goal is to really help other people, not ourselves. And the benefits when we create our projects or objectives, when we create our projects and initiatives, is mainly to help other people. And I feel like that's also a gauge whether your initiative is successful if the people that you've helped or you've reached your goals to help the people, not yourselves. So I did go to somewhat disagree because, like I said earlier, there are certain bonus or benefits that you get out of it. Like it improves your CV, it helps you inspire other people. So that's why I stayed in somewhat disagree, because it does benefit me, but not more than the people that I help.
There is a selfish part of volunteering and really trying to really grow yourself, though I wouldn't say that is a selfish want to have, like to really become like a better person. But yeah, I guess the reason why we volunteer has always been for what these people need, what these people how we want to help these people, and not necessarily like oh, I want to improve my marketing skills like that, or I want to improve my hard skills, because in the end of the day, you're improving the lives of the people you're working with, not necessarily your own. But yeah.
So I don't think volunteering is for me. The reason why I volunteer is because I believe that it will benefit more people, other people. It's not looking at what or how it can benefit me. So it's not for me. So I totally disagree with the statement that volunteering is for me.
For the fifth statement, volunteering actually makes a difference.
I strongly agree that volunteering actually makes a difference. So it didn't really state whether the difference was big or small, but I do believe there is an impact if people act. When people act or move, there's also a following impact, whether big or small. If it's a donation drive, maybe it's more short term, or for long term, maybe if you teach people livelihood programs, maybe it could help them more in the long run. But yes, in a more general sense, I do believe that volunteering has an impact on society, on chosen advocacies by people.
I'd say if you can make a small difference, that still has huge impact, even if you can't see it, if it can't quantify it, it's a sign of hope. Like when you give, you're really setting off like a chain reaction. People would feel better and they would want to help in turn. Yeah, when you do volunteer, don't expect lang na you're gonna change the world, by entering, this field or this organization.
At the end of the day, we still have to rely on the higher powers, the authorities, the government, the corporations, the rich people, the billionaires, right? So all of these, like, I'm still for volunteerism. I still want to make a change. But what we do, we're just little people against those bigger ones who are up there. And they're the ones who can actually make significant change. So I don't think it makes huge difference.
For me, I'd have to disagree. Yes, in a more general sense, I do believe that volunteering has an impact on society, on chosen advocacies by people or initiatives. So yes, it does make a difference. It impacts other people in a sense that you inspire them to also act in their own sectors. I believe more strongly that people can give no matter how little they have.